we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't no. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm on board for these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, you ain't no. Say less. Say less.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Saints going up against the Buccaneers. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now Taylor brought in here by Tyler Eifert, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set them back 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. On first down, it's Taylor. And some room to roam now. 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They give him a gain of 38. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. And now it's second and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On third and goal, Taylor. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Lockett, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Taylor will throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Meanwhile, up in Atlanta, an early lead in that game for the Falcons. Andrew Luck, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Foster. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Back to throw here. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. You know, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 29. It'll go as a gain of 9. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play?
Touchdown, New Orleans. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Elliott looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Green 39! Green 39!
So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 14-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Foster. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It's a gain of 20 that time. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. They'll set up to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Foster. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And it'll be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Here we go! Let's roll! Let's roll!
They run again with a Giant. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here we go!
On 3rd down, Taylor complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So we have our first challenge of the new season. And remember, a little different this year. Gone is the hood. Now the referees, they're going to be given a tablet so that they can interact with the rules officials in New York.
And they've actually increased jobs. Someone now is responsible for the tablet all the time that brings it out to the referee, right? But we're also going to speed up things. The final call, back in Command Central in New York, they'll tell the official what the final decision is and administer it that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Ajayi's gonna go. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ajayi, 69 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't. return it. And they'll take it out. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football. First down carry by Elliott. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Here we go.
On second down, Elliott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And look out, I think he's going to go. The 30, past the 20, Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Lee, 101 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an alley to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Foster. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
They run with Ajayi. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Also going on up in Charlotte. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Nate Peterman leading the charge offensively. And an alley to run. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game, probably something they need to. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. We haven't even. Escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
A very solid gain of 27. And now the offense operates in the red zone. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Let's go.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyler Lockett, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And going deep. And got his man. Complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Meanwhile, up in Atlanta, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Nate Peterman, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
He's to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dalvin Tomlinson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. forced out to his left, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a two-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. Got some real estate inside the 30. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact... the right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. William Golston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Big hold of the 30. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. Ajayi. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jay Ajayi, 82 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something happens, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Dancing to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know it's coaches are screaming. Just hang on to the ball, man.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Back to throw. This will be caught about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Back to throw here. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. They're going to look to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tyreek Hill, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to...
And my goodness, another interception. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He's all alone, Tyrod Taylor. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's Saints, they'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. They'll try to run with a J. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Complete to right. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Wow, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This is Ajayi, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Saints on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Taylor. He finds Ajayi. That goes for a gain of 31. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Here's Ajayi. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And he's got some space here.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day.